Dear learners, how are you? I think all are well. I am Milon Kumar Sharkar, assistant teacher, Alpha Dangari Pujawan Government High School. Today, I would like to talk on narration. You can see the two sentences on whiteboard. So, can you guess which sentences are they? He said to me, "May you live long." So, here is that. May you live long. Which sentence is it? When the sentence refers to prayed or wish, in the meantime, we call it optative sentence. So, I think you can guess which sentences are they. They are called optative sentence. So, would like to complete optative, O-P-T-A-T-I-V-E, optative sentence. So we are going to complete narration on optative sentence, direct to indirect. Okay. So we know the rule, general rule, that is first one, said to, said to. Second one, comma, inverted comma, inverted comma. Third one, tense. Sorry, person. Person. And last one, that is tense. So, instead of said to, what we use on imperative sentence, direct to indirect? So instead of said to, we use pray, prayed or wished. Prayed or wished. Instead of comma, inverted comma, we use that. Person, the same idea. First person depends on subject, second person depends on object, third person there is no chance. So I already told you, and then I would like to once again to remind you. First person depends on subject, second person depends on object, third person no chance, no chance. Okay, tense. So here you just use only might, M-I-Z-A-S-T, because if you find out may, more 80% optative sentence you find there will be may. So when you want to change tense, in the meantime you can use might. Okay, when you detect it is an imperative optative sentence, in the meantime you of course use might. Okay, so just now we go through the rule and we solve the first sentence. Okay, so first one, he said to me. Instead of said to, on imperative optative sentence we use prayed or wished. Which one we will use? Wished or prayed. So he is, instead of used said to, wished, W-I-S-H, wished. Now when you want to change used to, in the meantime you have to add for, wished for or prayed for, wished for or prayed for. Of course you have to use it. Okay, so wished for me, and then we come to comma, inverted comma. Instead of comma, inverted comma, we use that to add this second sentence, that. And then the rule, that is person. We come to person. Here is the person you, second person, you know. It is second person depends on objects. So here is that me. what is the subjective form of me? That is I. Yes or no? Of course yes. Okay, so I, and then the tense. Tense we already told you. Tense, that would be might. M-I-G-H-T. So may, that could be turned into might. And then the verb one, verb, live, long. So this way we can change the first one. Okay, so I would like to give you the second one to solve. I think you all will be do it easily. Okay, so now I would like to erase this rule, and I think you all will be able to solve the second one. Sorry, I think by this time you have already completed this one. Okay, the old man said to me, may you be happy in life. Now we would like to change it. The old man, the subject was the subject, the old man. Instead of said to, we used wished or prayed. Now we can use prayed for, because here is that said to. Prayed for me, prayed for me, prayed for me. Conjunction that, to add, instead of said to, we use prayed for, and then come to comma inverted comma. Instead of comma inverted comma, we use that, and then use second person the same way. The second person depends on object me, the subjective form of me, I, and then the rule is might be happy. So this way we can solve optative sentence, direct to indirect or narration. So I think you all will be understood about that. Okay, so now I would like to give a task to you. So just ready. So I would like to remind you the rule of optative sentence, direct to indirect. So instead of said to, we use prayed for or wished for, and then comma inverted comma. Instead of comma inverted comma, we use that. The person change. First person depends on subject, second person depends on object, third person there is no change. Now I would like to give you a task. He said, long live Bangladesh. Long live Bangladesh. So it's a task to you, I think, because you don't find here may or might or like that. Okay, so how can you recognize it as a optative sentence? Of course, long live Bangladesh, it's a pray, it's a wish. So we have to remind, yes, it's optative sentence, and the rule will be this way. The same thing is that instead of said, you wished. Okay, just instead of said to, we use wished for. But when you observe that the object is absent in the meantime, you shouldn't use for. Okay, just you use wished, and then instead of comma inverted comma, use that, and then subject Bangladesh is third person, so you use Bangladesh. Now the tense, already you completed first one, said to, comma inverted comma, person, and now tense, that means might, live, the verb one, live long. So this way we have to solve optative sentence on narration. Dear students, already we have learned optative sentence. Now already I wrote 2 sentences on whiteboard. Can you imagine Which sentences are they? Can you imagine? Yes, I think you all are imagining because there is a symbol. It is a symbol of exclamatory sentence. So now we are going through exclamatory sentence on narration, and direct to indirect we will solve now. So exclamatory, EXCLAMATORY, exclamatory. So now we will complete exclamatory sentence or narration direct to indirect. So now the same rule, the first rule, that is said to, then comma, inverted comma, third one person, and last one, that is tense. So instead of said to, we should use, because exclamatory sentence explains sudden happiness, sudden sourness, it comes here. So when you feel, when you realize it's a hurrah, this is enjoyment, so you should use, instead of said to, you can use exclaimed, EXCLAIMED, exclaimed with joy, or exclaimed with sorrow. You can use exclaimed with joy or exclaimed with sorrow. Sometimes when you do not understand it's exclaimed with joy or sorrow, in the meantime you can use only exclaimed. Okay, so instead of comma, inverted comma, you should use that. Okay, person, the same rule. First person depends on subject, second person depends on object, third person there is no change. Once again I would like to say, first person it depends on subject, second person depends on object, third person no change. Okay, and the tense the same way. Present indefinite tense, that would be past indefinite tense. Present continuous tense, that would be past continuous tense. Present perfect tense, that would be past perfect tense. Present perfect continuous tense, that would be past perfect continuous tense. Past indefinite tense, that would be past perfect past continuous tense, that would be past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect, there is no change. Past perfect continuous, there is no change. Future indefinite, that would be future in the past. Like that, will, that would be would, will, can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might. When you find must, if it does not represent mandatory obligation, in the meantime you will use have to, otherwise must will be constant. Okay, so carry on. So he said hurrah, we have won the game. That is the sentence hurrah, and its represent is exclamatory. Now hurrah, that means enjoyment, so we can use he exclaimed with joy. He exclaimed with joy. Instead of said or said to, we use exclaimed with joy, because here is hurrah. And now we will go comma, inverted comma. Okay, so instead of comma, inverted comma, we use that, and then we will go to the subjects, that means we, first person, that represent first person, that represent the subject, depends on subject third person he, so we should use they. We should use they. He exclaimed with joy that they. Now we will change tense. There is a have and own. Which tense is it? It's present perfect tense, that would be past perfect tense. Present perfect, that would be past perfect. So they, past perfect, the rule had plus V3, win, own. They had won the game. They had won the game. Now I think you will be able to solve this one. My friend said, what a nice bird it is. Just try until I complete, until I erase this one, okay? So you have to memorize the rule. First one, instead of said to, we should use exclaimed with joy or exclaimed with sorrow. Instead of comma inverted comma on exclamatory sentence, we use that. Person, first person depends on subject, second person depends on object, and third person there is no change. And tense, all present tense, that would be past tense. Past indefinite, that would be past perfect. Past continuous, that would be past perfect continuous. Past perfect, no change. Past perfect continuous, no change. Future indefinite, future in the past. You know everyone. So now my friend said, that is, what a nice bird it is. So it's a happy moment. So we should use this way. My friend exclaimed with joy that, here is the thing, that means my friend exclaimed with joy. Instead of comma inverted comma, we use that. Now this is time to change person. What it is a person. Which person is it? It's a third person. So it will be constant, because we know third person there is no sense. That it, here is that is. It's a present indefinite tense. So is without ing in the meantime, we called it present indefinite tense. So that change into was, it was. And before the adjective you should use very. It was a very, very nice bird. So the whole sentence is, my friend exclaimed with joy that it was a very nice bird. So we already learned about exclamatory sentence on direct to indirect in narration. So thank you for watching.